The other day, I put up a request for responses asking the question, what you think are the three biggest mistakes that women make in relationships? I didn't share mine, but I'm going to do that right now in this little short video. I think a lot of women's problems in relationships with men boils down to one thing, and that is forgiving what they think is, or what they want to believe rather, is a mistake. Let me tell you something, ladies. I mean, a mistake is, I don't know, you go to the grocery store and you forget to get the frozen vegetables. A mistake is when you think a recipe says 1 teaspoon, but you actually put in 1 tablespoon. A mistake is when you forget to put the top on the mustard or ketchup and somebody squeezes it and then there's mustard or ketchup everywhere. Those are mistakes. Those are accidents. When we're talking about somebody cheating on you, somebody calling you out your name, especially repeatedly, someone doing things that involve any kind of abuse to you, that is not a mistake. I know you don't want to give up the relationship. I know you want it to be the perfect dream of your fantasies. So you forgive him. He says, oh, it'll never happen again. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm this and that. And of course, since you love him, you want to forgive him. And I know this is going to be hard to accept, but you have to understand that you're talking about adults here. Nothing we do is an accident. Nothing in the way that we treat other people is something that we did without intent, without forethought, without really caring how was going to impact the other person. We cared about ourselves and our feelings in that moment, perhaps our ego, our needs, whatever. We weren't thinking about you. So when you have a guy who does something like, let's just say he cheats with somebody, right? You're brokenhearted, you're crying, you're upset, you feel devastated. All your dreams just went up in smoke. Your trust has been destroyed. And he comes back and he says, but it didn't really mean anything. I love you. Let's work this out. Once you agree to that, he has the light. He knows now that there's no repercussions for his behavior. And it always happens again. It never fails. He may get better at hiding it, but he's not going to stop because he just got away with it. With a few placating words, you're right back where he wants you. And he's still able to do what he wants to do because he knows all he has to do is beg for forgiveness, and you forgive him the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the 88th time. That's what happens. And with each time, your self-esteem and your belief in yourself as being a sensible woman that takes care of yourself it just gets chipped away a little bit more each time. I'm not really sure why women want to, why you want to forgive them. I mean, I feel like people tell you who they are. They're going to show you. Men especially, they will use words in a way to put up a smoke screen to get you to believe what they want you to believe. Gaslighting is a common and popular term. But in reality, if you watch what a man does, watch what he does, that's going to tell you all that you need to know about how he feels about you. Because he's going to show you what he thinks of you, what his level of respect is for you, how much concern he has for you by what he does and how he treats you. So if you have a guy who's treating you poorly and you stay, you have a man who has cheated on you and you stay, you have a man who has cussed at you and called you horrible names and you stay, you have a man who's constantly just destroying your dreams and you stay, you have a man who tells you that you ain't gonna be nothing without him and you stay, you have a man who abuses you financially because he doesn't keep up his end of the bargain and you stay, and you have a man who does anything that hurts you or your children, your pets, damages your property, and all he says is, well, it was an accident, and you stay. You're teaching him that it's okay to treat you that way, that there's no repercussions, there's no problem. There's nothing that he can't get over and get past without a few choice words. And you lap it up like a puppy lapping up some milk. And there you go, you're still there. So you have to think about this. What is your bottom line? How much of this are you willing to take? What does it mean when he treats you this way? And if you really start thinking about it from that angle and reframe your love and instead look at how he's treating you and is this really love, then I think a lot of the brokenhearted letters that I get in the advice column wouldn't happen. We could probably get our column down from 25, 26 letters to maybe 10. I would like that. But it's the kind of thing it's in your hands, ladies. You have to have enough self-confidence, self-esteem to really feel that you don't deserve to be treated that way. And if you believe it, then that's what's going to happen. But if you don't believe it and you think you need this man to validate you, to take care of you, to be there for you, you're going to be alone, you're going to be lonely, and you're more fearful of those things happening than being disrespected and dogged out just to the levels where it's just crushing everyone who does care about you to see you treated that way. Well, then you're just going to continue to stay there until he just uses you up. And usually what happens is they treat you so bad, trying to get you to wake up and leave and show some self-respect. When you don't do it, he's going to keep dogging you and upping the ante until he finally is disgusted with himself, and then he leaves. He leaves you. Something to think about. This is Deb Cooper from survivingdating.com and the YouTube channel Debsterism. Please hit the subscription button before you go and like the video. Thank you very much for listening. Bye-bye.